Welcome to another edition of the More You Know Co. podcast that's all about the people and places of northern Colorado. In a world where wind and hail destroy your roof, Lisa Rayburg with Brahma Roofing teaches us what to do. And she's going to tell us a little bit about weather and some interesting things along that line and a lot about your company, I hope.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes,
So
thank you for having me, guys.
Oh, it's a pleasure. So tell us a little bit about Brahma Roofing.
Brahma Roofing and Construction.
Yes.
So we are a female-owned and family-operated roofing and construction company. Our co-founder, Stephanie, was nominated for Female Roofing Professional of all of North America last year.
Oh, wow.
And so we specialize in residential and commercial roofing as well as high-end remodels. So think your bathroom, kitchen, basement remodels, things like that.
That's an interesting combination and a pretty logical one, as far as contractors go and so forth. Is there any other companies that do both roofing and remodel?
There
I can't think of one.
There probably is. I can't think of any female.
You just don't want to push the competition, is what it really is.
Yes, we honestly do things different here at Brahma Roofing and Construction. Brahma actually means the creator, and we aim to create a new level of service and trust within the construction industry. So how Brahma actually started is our co-founder Stephanie. She would follow her dad to work every day on bring your child to work day instead of going to, dance with her mom, who was a professional dancer. She'd go to the construction sites with her dad, and she fell in love with construction and really found just her love for construction there and wanted to create something with her dad. So out of that love for construction, they created Brahma Roofing and Construction together. And we really aim to do things differently.
That's amazing. How long has Brahma Roofing been around?
Brahma Roofing has been around for just a few years now, about 3. But it's a sister company to Brahma, which has been around a lot longer. That was high-end, multi-million-dollar developments, though. So we wanted to shift from really working with people that hold on, I can't talk.
That's interesting because the Brahmin roofing. Now tell me, what am I screwing up? Is it Brahma Roofing?
Brahma. So Brahma. The creator. Brahma.
BRAHMA, Brahma Roofing.
Yeah, so
I'm sure I've called it Brahmin. I'm sure Brahmin. I'm sure I've messed it up several times.
Yeah, so we wanted to move from working with the high-end consumers to really residential people and everyday consumers, our friends and family. So that's why we created Brahma Roofing and Construction, or Stephanie and her dad.
Awesome. That's a cool story. That's a great backstory.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So how long has Brahma Roofing been around for?
We've been around now for 4 years. I should.
Between 3 and 4 years.
I should know that.
And then you also have, you serve Colorado and then also in Illinois, is that right?
Yeah, so Stephanie and her father are from the Chicago area in Illinois, and then Stephanie moved out here. So we have a branch in the Chicago area and also a branch out here in the northern Colorado area.
Got it.
Looking to expand still.
Awesome. Where's the next places you're going?
I think South Carolina would be the next place.
South Carolina? I've got roots in South Carolina. What part? You don't know yet, do you?
I don't know that.
They don't know.
I'm not the one picking.
I see. Yeah, I've got family down around Somerville and outside of Charleston, so we bop around there. As a matter of fact, we were just there, a year ago?
I love the East Coast.
2 years ago? Well, with a year ago, but in COVID terms, that was 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
So that's how it always works.
That's right.
Yeah, right.
That's it. Interesting.
Years go quick
They
during
do.
the COVID years.
They do. The days are long and the years are quick.
Yes, they are. Here in Colorado, what is your guys' service area?
We service really anywhere in Colorado. Our hub is northern Colorado down to the metro area. So really the port in northern Colorado all the way down to southern Denver we can service.
Okay, so that's a pretty broad range
Yeah.
there. So you have a program that I'm really interested in, which is where you're doing some roof certifications and so forth. So when we have new buyers or we have a listing that's coming on, you'll go out and take a look. Well, probably not you personally. I mean, you might be up on the roof.
Sometimes I go out there.
Do you really? In order to give us a roof certification, take a look at that roof from a professional instead of just the inspector. And there's nothing wrong with the inspector taking a look at the roof, but they've got a broader skill, and usually they'll put in the report, have this looked at when they find issues. And so it's nice to have that done right up front. And that bleeds over into why would somebody who's not buying or selling right now want to look at getting a roof certification or just their roof looked at?
Yeah, so how I came on to Brahma Roofing and Construction, I love to tell this story. My background was actually in real estate, and Stephanie approached me asking how my relationships with my roofing contractors was and what happens when issues come up in my real estate transactions when it comes to roofing, things like that. And I didn't have the best answers for her. I didn't have really smooth issues worked out when it came to roofing issues. When there was roofing issues, it was always a big deal. It always threw a huge wrench in the transaction.
It always does,
yeah. So we had candid conversations about that, and she asked me to come on to Brahma Roofing and Construction as our business development manager / real estate relations manager. So any agent that I'm working with that comes to us and has a real estate transaction that either is involving roofing issues or a roof replacement, I'm directly involved in. But beyond that is she really wanted to help alleviate those problems.
Sure.
You know, how do we fix agents getting to that spot where they're under contract and
now
dealing,
the time is rolling.
yeah,
we got a closing in a week, and now we figure out we got a roofing issue.
How do we do this better? So of course we love to help people when they're experiencing those issues, but our goal is to always make things better, create a new level of service and trust.
Sure.
So we created the Brahma Realtor program, and it's really, really simple. We offer free roof assessments to all of your buyers on top of their inspection. So inspectors are absolutely an essential part of the real estate transaction. But like you said, if there is a roofing issue, they're just going to say, hey, contact a qualified roofing professional to have this looked at.
Right.
And chances are then you've waited for the inspection, you've waited for the report to get back, now you have to contact us, and now we have to get back on the roof. And now, you're already a few days behind. So what we said is, why not get us on every roof anyways? If there is an issue, then why not have us be the ones to find it, either at the same time before the inspector, not after.
Right.
So we offer free roof assessments to any of your buyers. So obviously they have to pay for those inspections, and we didn't want to add another cost onto
another
that.
$150 or whatever on top of their inspection.
That's complimentary to all of your buyers.
Awesome.
And then on top of that is, I'm sure you've heard of a pre-listing inspection.
Oh, sure.
You do for your listings, just to educate yourself and the sellers on any issues that
and give something to a buyer so they can see condition.
Absolutely. We've had this house looked at, here's what you're going to find, or here's what you're not going to find. No surprises come up. And so what we said is, why aren't we having the roof looked at closer closer.
Having the roof looked at closer, yeah.
Yeah, so first and foremost, just like with buyers, your inspector is going to say, if there's damage to the roof, contact a qualified professional. And really, we have much, much, much more knowledge when it comes to your roof than an inspector does.
Sure.
Just because we are, that's our...
And it's great to have those issues, started right up front. So if I'm listing a property and we know we're going to have a roofing claim, it's nice to get that claim started right away rather than a week before closing.
Right.
Absolutely.
And roofs are such a point of contention on both sides of that you're exactly right, that if there's going to be an issue or something that needs to be addressed, let's find this sooner than later.
Yeah. Yep, that's very true.
I hear a story a week from my real estate agents, and this is something that we're trying to cut down on, but I hear a story a week of we're crediting the buyers for a roof, or, we're dealing with a claim that we're having to extend closing for,
Yep.
and it's hard. So
Or we're escrowing 1.5 times the amount.
Absolutely. And to make things easier, just less stress for your clients, less stress for you. It's always easier to just deal with this up front. Then you get to pick a listing price with a new roof in mind, or
right, or offer it in the works, or get it done before it's
absolutely
going to close.
Absolutely. So that was our way to really try to help real estate agents have less roofing issues in the middle of their transaction. So that was the Brahma Realtor program that we created. And then on top of that is we love education here at Brahma Roofing and Construction. So for our partners, for ourselves. So I actually created a continuing education class worth 1 CE credit for all of our real estate agents. And we offer that at offices and title companies, and it's to educate real estate agents on the most common roofing issues that they're going to find during their transactions, and a little bit about the insurance process, because like I say,
Sure.
you're supposed to deal with the property, lenders are supposed to deal with the money.
Right.
Let us deal with the insurance or the roofing
Right.
portions of it. Everyone do what they're special at.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
So I buy the house, right? The transaction closes. How often do you recommend that we have our roofs inspected?
We like to say at minimum once a year, but really every 6 months. So you never know when a storm's going to come, and it's always great to have prior proof that your roof was looked at, that this storm created this damage. And I mean, above that, it's little things can get caught. So if it's a popped nail, that's a really easy fix that can actually cause a lot of damage, because a lot of water can leak in, but it's a really easy just popping that nail down and caulking it, and it's fixed. So if you get it looked at by us every 6 months, we can actually save you a lot of hassle and trouble down the road if we fix little tiny things that actually, with our free roof inspections, we'll just, anything under $100 we'll just do for you.
And that's something that, doesn't get better with time. I mean, a little water leak doesn't do a whole lot of damage in 6 months, but it sure does over 10 years.
Absolutely. And that's the hard thing, is that a lot of people really aren't looking at when are you on your roof? I'm not on my roof.
I haven't been up on my roof in years. Yeah.
And I'm on other people's roofs, but I'm honestly never
Yeah,
on my
not on
roof.
your own. Yeah, sure.
But the most common time is when you're selling your house or you're buying a house
Right.
to get the roof looked at. But you really should be getting it looked at more often than that, because that's not the only time that you're going to have damage. So I say at minimum once a year.
And the fact that you bring up of when you do have a claim or when you do have issues that come up, being able to show, look, this damage was caused by this event is very important. I mean, the last major hailstorm we had was 2018. We're due for another one, and it's not, you mentioned wind as well earlier. It's not just hail that we're worried about with roofs, and really trying to pin that down and say, no, this was caused by this event, when an insurance company is saying, no, this is old damage we're not covering. And be able to show that is very smart.
Yes.
Invaluable.
Yes. So the thing I like to relate this most to is, say you're listing a property and it's the time of season where appraisers are so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All the lenders are sending in out-of-state appraisers to appraise properties, and they're appraising properties in neighborhoods that they don't know.
They don't know any details
They don't
about
know
them,
any details about. So what happens is you just get people that aren't as knowledgeable about areas, and the best thing that you can do for yourself in that situation as an agent is bring them the CMAs that you said,
Sure.
Hey, this is why I picked this list price. You might not know that these are the things that in this area you need to know about,
Right.
but here is my research on why I picked this list price.
Sure.
So what we do is we give you all that evidence when all these out-of-state adjusters are going to start coming in, because when we get a hailstorm that we're due for, we're going to get an influx of out-of-state adjusters, because the insurance companies are going to be trying to keep up with those calls and those claims, and you're going to get people that either don't know what the storm damage is supposed to look like, and they're not approving claims they're supposed to be approving, and you can say, or they're going to say, hey, this is old damage, and you can say, hey, we've had our roof looked at prior to this storm. This is what it looked like. We also have a roofing company that can come out and meet you. We meet all of our clients' adjusters out there for that reason.
Oh, very good.
So that's a big extra that we do. So if you were to file a claim on your house, we would say, okay, when is the adjuster meeting? They'll tell you. Your insurance company will tell you. So you say 11 o'clock on Monday. We'll go out there 11 o'clock on Monday. We'll say, hey, we're not trying to get in your way, but here's what we found. Here's our roof assessment.
Mm-hmm.
If there was damage or if there wasn't damage, this is usually when there is damage.
Sure.
That we'll meet the adjuster
Sure.
out there because you're filing a claim. And we'll say, this is the damage we found. Obviously, you do your job, but if you guys have any questions, let us know, and we'll be able to usually tell before they walk away if they're going to approve that claim or deny that claim. And if they're going to deny that claim, which we've had them say, hey, we're going to deny this claim to us, then we can go back and tell the real estate agent, hey, we need to start working on another option because I don't think this claim is going to get approved.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you won't know 100% until you hear back from the insurance company. Or, hey, the adjuster's going to recommend that this claim gets approved. We'll wait until you hear back
Sure.
100%, but, we can move forward. So, and there's no questions. And if the adjuster has any questions on the roof saying, hey, I didn't find damage, and we're like, hey, here's all this, then it saves a trip, because how many times have you had to contest an appraisal?
Right.
Right. I mean, you don't want to do that because it's a hard process that
takes a while.
Takes a while.
Your chances are pretty thin.
Exactly. So,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the same thing with a claim. If they deny a claim,
Contesting it's harder.
Contesting it's way harder than us meeting them there and saying,
Makes
wait,
sense.
can you get back up there, or can you get back up there with us because you didn't find damage and we found a lot of damage.
What is this? What is
yes,
it? Yep,
yes.
that makes sense.
So,
And I've had that done where, the roofer has met the claims adjuster, and the adjuster saying, well, this is a patch. We only need this little section of shingles replaced. It's a $200 claim. It's not even going to meet your deductible. And the roofer saying, these shingles are discontinued. They don't make this color. We can't match it.
or
We have to redo the whole roof.
Yeah.
And they're like, nope, it's just a patch. Well, that's fine, but that's all we're covering. No, in the Colorado, under this statute, under this, you have to replace if you can't. No, I would have never known that.
Yeah.
So here they are. Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. We're going to have to cover your whole roof. They're trying not to cover that roof. And, and we want, not a miscolored patch on the middle of the roof, which is what we would have ended up with, not knowing that, I guess that's just the way it
And
works.
then that's why it's so important to have, educated people that you trust, that are on your behalf, because, it's just one of those things, it's certain people work for certain people. So have
Right.
someone there that's
Right.
working for you.
The insurance company has their interest, just like
Absolutely.
you have.
Right.
Yeah.
We need to have our client's interest as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that makes
Makes
sense.
total sense for sure.
Yeah, or ourselves. Yeah. And so, you don't have to be buying or selling a house to have you come out and look at the roof. If you're going to come out and evaluate it every 6 months to a year and so forth, is there a fee for you to come out and take a look at that, or?
So if you just want a roof assessment, you can just call us and get a complimentary roof assessment. We
Okay.
do have a maintenance program that it starts around $550, and that is gutter cleaning every 6 months. It's window washing every 6 months.
It's getting better and better. I'm ready to sign up now.
I
need all that.
We review your insurance policy with you. Like I said, anything under $100. So if we get up there and there's a nail that needs to be, popped down and caulked, we'll do that for you. And so that starts at $550 depending on the property.
Mhm.
So if you guys are interested, that's one of our only paid programs.
Okay.
Our realtor program obviously is a complimentary program, but our maintenance program is a paid program that you can offer yourself or your clients. We've had a lot of our real estate agents been like, yeah, sign me up for
No
that.
kidding. It's worth it just to get those gutters cleaned out.
Yeah.
Every time I look up there, I'm like,
The
there's
window
branches
washing is a
sticking
big
out of there.
one.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. I wash my own windows.
I wash my windows about every 10 years. You can almost see out of them. It's okay. It lets light in still.
My
That's all I'm after.
mom raised me washing the windows like every few months outside, like
Well, if you run out of windows to wash, just give us a call. I'm sure
No.
that Brandon or myself will have
Yeah.
plenty of windows we can point you to. It's like a fun hobby for you.
It's haunting.
So Colorado weather is just absolutely wild, unpredictable. I mean, you just have no idea what's coming next hour practically.
Yeah, you can wake up with 90-degree weather, and then you can have snow for lunch, and then you can have swim weather again at
t-shirt
4
weather.
p.m. So, weather's hard in Colorado, and it can be hard for your roof. So we have a lot of high winds here, which is a really, it causes damage to your roof.
Right.
And so that's a big one that in northern Colorado we have a lot of people calling us for, and you have a lot of ice damming because of snow. And you also want to be careful about when you can have people walk on your roof. That's also a thing. So if you're listing your house, this is another one that we like to have everyone get their roofs looked at every 6 months, because if you list, we've had a lot of people call us and it's snowing and we're like, oh, we'll get on your roof as soon as the snow melts. And sometimes in Colorado it melts in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And sometimes it melts in 4 weeks.
Right.
And no one can get on a roof when there's snow on it.
Well, there's nothing you can see anyway. It's not like you can evaluate damage under snow.
And if you have buyers that are buying, during that time, it's hard. So this is why we always suggest that people get their roofs looked at, because there are times that you can't get on roofs. Even when it's really sunny out, we can actually not get on roofs when it's over 90 because you can damage the shingles. So you really want to have qualified people looking at your roofs, because it can get tricky about when you can walk on your roof, but you also want to make sure that because we have so much changing weather, that you're really taking care of your roof, because you have wind that can damage your roof, you have hail that can damage your roof, you have just old age that can damage your roof, and you have heat. We see a lot of heat blisters on roofs as well, so not proper ventilation.
Right.
And we get really, really hot weather here in Colorado as well.
And then if you're walking around on the roof when it's above 90, you could break it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't check out your own roof.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful up there. That is very true.
Lots of things could go wrong if you're up on your roof and it's over 90.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be 90 degrees. And if you're up on your own roof, things could go wrong. So
They do occasionally.
They do.
You get to learn how far it is from the gutter to the ground the hard way. I've done that once. That's fun.
We've also found, like, I almost jumped off a roof once because a bunch of hornets were swarming deep, and I was like, how far down is it?
Because I'm taking my chances. Well, I remember the last time I jumped off my roof. I wander over and I look down. It's a ranch.
You jumped off?
And I was like, yeah, it's not that far down. So I jumped down in the lawn. When I hit the ground, I was like, I am not 20 anymore. Because that's how I used to get off the roof quite often. I'd just wander over, jump off, grab the ladder, take it back inside. I hit the ground and I was like, oh, that did not feel good. I'm not doing that again.
I wouldn't even, no way.
That's probably frowned upon by OSHA.
It probably would just take the ladder and just, our roofers just jump off.
Frightening me by even talking about this. Jumping off roofs.
That's not 2-story. It's fine. You're fine. Just sprain an ankle.
Do not listen to that advice.
Use a ladder. I think that's a
Contact a qualified professional.
Don't even use a ladder.
Just
Just qualified.
Yes.
Just bring out somebody who actually knows.
Lord, you're making me think of when I used to sneak out of my parents' house, and I was never. I lived on the second story, and I used to climb out my roof, and then we'd scurry down this tree, and then this one time, one of my friends stepped on a top branch, and this was like a 2-story house, and the branch broke, and she fell 2 stories. And I was like, shh.
I broke my leg. I don't care. Be quiet. You're waking up the parents.
Where you crawl back in, close the window. Good luck.
We still went.
Drag her out of your yard.
Put her in the neighbor's yard. That's all that matters.
She was just winded.
Just winded. That's a long way to fall.
I know some roofing companies use drones to inspect roofs. Do you guys, or what are your thoughts on that?
So we do have drones, and we do use drones. They're great for pitches that are like really high pitches that you can't walk, obviously you still want eyes on those, so those are great for that. But we do believe that every roof you can get on, you should be walking on. You find there's a lot of times that you're like, oh, this roof looks great, and then the second you actually get your eyes on it, you can see hail hits or something like that. Hail hits can be actually really, really weird. You can't see them until you're right on top of them.
I've seen that before. Mm-hmm.
You can miss damage with drones. So every roof that we can walk on, we do walk on. Like I said, if it's a pitch that we can't walk, we'll use our drone, or if there's something like weather related that we really need to get on, but there's ice all around, but you guys need something looked at, then we'll use we'll use what we have available in those times.
So good tool to have, doesn't
Don't
beat the
rely
human
on it.
eye. Perfect.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Sounds good.
Makes sense. Any forecasting? I know you majored in meteorology, and you can predict the future because you have a crystal ball.
I am.
I understand that the weather's probably supposed to get more severe in the future. I'd assume we're going to see a lot more roof damage, a lot more things along that line. Is there anything on the horizon besides severe weather that would be a good replacement for asphalt shingles? That we see concrete, metal.
We love metal roofs. First
Really?
and foremost, they look so sharp.
Yeah.
And they're actually really, really weather resistant. They're durable. They have a longer life expectancy. So
What about cost relationship between metal roof and an asphalt roof?
you're going to be paying more for a metal roof, but like I said, that life expectancy is going to be a little bit more. We see less people doing them because it's you're usually paying a little bit out of pocket for a metal roof, because your insurance company's not going to pay you to
With
get
a
an upgrade.
metal
Sure.
roof,
Makes sense.
is the house hotter in the summer and colder in the winter, or does it not make much of a difference?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't make a difference to the temperature of your home. It's honestly an upgrade to asphalt. So your temperature in your home is going to be just the same.
And you guys do metal roofing as
We
well?
do metal roofing. So yeah.
I saw a roofer that decided that in order not to fall off the roof on his new construction house that he was working on, that spiked shoes were a good idea. So there was these nice little
like cleats.
Yeah, cleats.
Oh my goodness.
So he had cleats. So all he was doing is ripping up the shingles. You
Okay.
could figure out every place that he went. And we're like, what is
Oh
this?
my gosh, no! There's actually special shoes to walk on shingles.
But not spiked
But not-
golf
not-
cleats. That's
not
pretty much what he was
cleats.
doing. Yeah.
They're
That's the safety third idea.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Just nail his feet to the roof,
OSHA
and then
probably
we're
would
done.
not like that.
Probably
as well
not.
either.
Probably not.
That's crazy.
What do the special roof shoes look like?
The best I can describe them as is like the scrub brush on a sponge, like the
scrubber part.
the scrubber part that's like on the bottom of your shoes.
Oh, how
So
interesting.
it's like that's the best I can describe it as.
I've had river shoes that look like that, so they'd stick to the rock.
I've
Kind
never
of.
even heard of that.
I didn't know
The
they
They're
were
a
river
little bit.
shoes.
They're a little bit more like fuzz. They're like fuzz. Yeah, they're like fuzzy.
Yeah, makes sense.
Could we pick
Big
a
grip.
pair up at like Payless?
Yeah, is that a Payless special?
Yeah, definitely.
Walmart shoe store?
No,
Such-
no.
such-
Those are,
Here for
those
the
are
roofing
specialty.
shoes.
There's also these really cute. No, they're not cute.
They're very cute. They're pumps, and they come with roofing things.
They're cool. They're not cute. Cool shorts that if you do fall on the roof, they like catch you.
Really?
Yeah.
So you don't just slide right off?
We don't have those yet,
Wow.
but I'm.
You're
into
hopeful.
'em.
Are they like? Do they have like Velcro that just kind of sticks you to the roof? And
I don't honestly know. I've only seen videos of them, so
That sounds interesting,
I'd
actually.
have to see them in person. But
Who would have known? I would have
Roof-
never guessed.
Yeah.
have you guys been on your roof actually?
I have.
I've been on my roof a lot. I fixed my roof with a beer can and some roofing tar at one
I
point.
have to pull the lint out because they put my dryer vents.
That's
Interesting.
nice.
On the roof.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Okay.
Pushing lint up is
Yes.
always a good idea.
Yeah. And then you hook like the leaf blower inside where the laundry room is and just blow it all up harder. Yeah.
See, I always get like, it's always the getting off the roof that's scarier.
That's the part I hate. I can get up there fine.
Dude, you just jump, but I'm
Not anymore. Yes. Yeah, that's why it's scary.
higher.
That's why it's
Yeah.
scary. Getting off is
That's not
scary.
recommended.
Because you're flying
to
through the
jump.
air for far too long.
Right.
You know, it's funny
I
because
made
when
a
you
video about that.
yeah, when you jump off a roof or any height, there's a point where your brain goes, "This was too far," but it's
Yeah.
too damn late now.
Yeah.
As you're flying through, you're like, it's gonna hurt when you hit.
You kind of have you're
Superhero
committed.
landing.
Right. Yeah. No, so I go up on my roof and I do not like it. It's not an
Sam, I
enjoyable
am.
Yeah,
experience.
call us from now on.
Will you get the lint out?
Yeah, no, you.
It's
get
not part of
lint
the two popped nails and a ball of lint.
Yeah, that's got to be under $100.
I think you're onto something here. You might be able to get your lint done.
I'll run the leaf blower and
I
get
mean,
it
if
all
I
up
was
there
up there,
for
I
you.
would probably grab it for you. So you could get some like sneaky stuff.
There you go. I love it.
Because I don't have the roofer shoes or the roofer shorts at all.
No.
I
don't
usually
either.
go up in like my flip flops.
Yeah, those are great for roofs.
Yeah,
Yeah, that way when you turn around, you just slide right out of your shoes.
that's right.
You have to go back up on the roof and get your flip flops. That's the worst part.
Have my 5-year-old hold the ladder for me at the garage.
Is that a great idea? Oh, I love it. Well, Lisa, we appreciate you being on the show. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much for having
Yeah,
me. I hope
thank
you guys
you.
learned some stuff and
Yeah,
get
some
your
great
roof
nuggets.
looked at least once a year, and especially now before we get some hailstorms that we are due for.
I was just thinking that I should definitely do that. I'll give you a call.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'll
no,
send you an
definitely
email.
learned a lot. And like I said, thank you for your time. What would be the best way? Do you guys have a website, or what would be the best way to get a hold of you guys?
Yeah, so you can either, I'm sure Nathan can link my contact info here somewhere. You can always contact me, or you can just Google Brahma Roofing and Construction and
I assume it'll be in the description.
yes.
It will be in the description.
Call me. There's links, or just if you go onto our website, there's links everywhere that you can schedule a free roof assessment.
Sure,
So
sounds
very
awesome.
easy.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.